Hello, my beautiful friends. Welcome back to meditation class. I'm really excited for today's practice. So, welcome back. Today is day 22 of the Arrive meditation series. So, we've been going live every day this month, December 2023, and doing meditations on the theme of arrival. So, every meditation we've done so far has been different. I'd really love to hear if you've been going through this practice, how your experience has been, if any particular meditations were more helpful for you, you enjoyed that style, you enjoyed the practice, anything came up for you. So please comment, please share, please DM me. I'd love to know your experiences in class. So it's been really fun for me to host. And yeah, we're going to get started. Today is December 22nd, as I mentioned. Yesterday was the solstice. Today was my mom's birthday. And today we're going to be doing a sensation meditation. So we did something similar to this in the beginning of the Arrive series. So I wanted to kind of bring us into a similar place, but of course it's always going to be different. And I've said this in other videos, but I briefly just want to remind you, by doing this series and showing you different styles of meditation, I also want to encourage you to find what is helpful for you, most helpful for you. And it's going to change. Sometimes it might be a time in your life where you really enjoy those movement meditations. And other times you really need more visualization focus or breath work or whatever it is for you. So you might not always be drawn to the same thing, but I also feel like sometimes it's helpful once you find something that is useful for you to repeat it again and again and again. And that's why things like devotional practices where you do a certain thing for 44 days, or 30 days or a week, or even just doing this challenge, showing up for the month of December and meditating, but specifically doing the same practice again and again can be extremely helpful because you're creating an energy portal almost of sending that energy out into the universe. But as the person receiving, as the person meditating, it can be really helpful because it's a way for you to understand more and more how the practice works for you and how you can get into a deeper relaxed state, how you can support your body, times of day that you like to do the practice more than others, just being able to bring it more and more and more into your life so you can see what works best for you. And then there's also going to be times in your life where you might not be meditating at all, and that's perfectly okay too. Finding any point of connection is what I encourage. So it might not be closing your eyes. And today I aired a podcast, Angel Face Magic Hour. Check out the episode with Feather Rose Marie, and she is an amazing energetic healer. You can learn way more about her in the episode, but something that stood out to me is we were talking about different kinds of meditation and how movement can be really helpful. And she was saying doing the closing your eyes kind of meditation, that's very advanced. That's more of the masculine energy versus the feminine energy. And we explained all about that, and masculine, feminine is not necessarily about gender, how we think of it in our modern society. It's more about just aspects of ourselves. So we all have both the masculine and feminine, but it's a lot easier for people to wrap their mind around the concept of meditating when it comes to the masculine way of doing it, which is doing. I'm just going to close my eyes and I'm just going to relax. I'm just going to clear my mind. Rather than just allowing things to come through us, and we can move through different types of practices, which is more that feminine energy, which is the aspect of us that is more connected to flow and fluidity and change and shifting. And masculine energy is a little bit more like aligned in a way that is rigid, but not in a bad way necessarily, but just like change is not as easy for that aspect of ourselves, of always wanting things to be a certain way. So when we mix things up with our meditation, it can be really helpful to help us expand our feminine side and balance our feminine side. And when we create those devotional practices where we do the same thing over and over and over again, that can help strengthen our masculine side. So I think it's vital to have both, but just go with whatever you're intuitively drawn to do. And that, I think, will guide you in the best direction to know what is going to be helpful for you at this time of your life in terms of like what type of spiritual practices would be useful to you in this moment. So with that being said, get your waters. This is my giant Stanley cup. Last Christmas, my sibling got this for me. Get your water. For today's practice, you can either be seated upwards. I'm on my bed, so I have a bunch of pillows supported. I'd probably lie down though. Like if I wasn't teaching the class, I would lie down because I think that's the best way that you can really drop in for this kind of practice. But whatever is going to be most comfortable for you, get all your stuff for meditation. So if you like to have essential oils or incense, any kind of smell going, like get that situated. If you want music in the background, set that up. If you want pillows, blankets, anything you need, set that up. And you can also be on a yoga mat, on the floor, whatever is going to be the easiest way for you to drop into our practice. So I'll give everyone about 2 minutes to get situated. And we'll be here about 15 minutes. I said that last night and then we were there for like 40 minutes. But for real this time, I always say that. But this series has been better. I have had shorter practices and I'm proud of myself. So I think sometimes it's just like when I open the channel, there's so much to say. So learning to like rein in and to also know like what is most helpful to say in the moment. So I'll give y'all 1 more minute. And again, yeah, you can always pause the video if you need a little more time to get set up and comfy. And then we're going to get started in a second. All right, everybody. I'm going to get my crystals. I'm going to bring flower agate. Oh, yeah. Flower agate. Tangerine quartz. This one's so pretty. These are like heat treated, I think, the tangerine. I can't remember. Or if it's natural. I think it might be natural. And yeah. This one I think is, oh, what is this one? I forget. Blue chandelier. I don't know how to pronounce that one. So we got some crystal friends with us. So everybody lie down if you haven't already, or get into your meditation position. We're going to gently close our eyes. I want you to just take 1 deep breath and just let all the air out of your lungs with the exhale. Just kind of let it all go. Any energy that you've kind of been holding tightly inside of you all day, like just push it out to the side. For the moment, this is the moment to focus on yourself. So breathe out all that energy that isn't yours. Just imagine as you exhale, all that energy is released. So breathing in, exhale, let it all go. Make some noise with your breath. We're going to take 3 slow breaths in through the nose, out through the nose. Just imagining your body is getting super heavy in a way that feels so cozy, so comfortable, and you're ready to relax. Breathing in. Exhale all the breath down to the bottoms of your feet. Relaxing your shoulders. Deep breath in through the nose. Relaxing your toes. Exhale. Breathing in. And when you're ready, take an exhale out the nose. Today we are going to go into a sensation-based meditation. So this is something where we connect with our different aspects of our senses of self. So our 5 senses, observing them through our 6th sense, which is our intuition. Connecting to our sense of smell, our sense of touch, taste, etc. So in your mind and in your mind's eye and in your body and into your intuitive senses, any part of yourself that you can turn on and tune into, I ask you to do your best to create the scenarios I am describing, to imagine them. What would it feel like if I was really there? What would it feel like if it was really happening right now? Can I create a landscape in my mind? There's many reasons we would want to do a practice like this, but one beautiful reason is to help us connect further with our dreams and with our psychic work, so we can begin to understand how our senses and how our imagination moves through our body. So in your mind and in your body, imagine you are standing in front of a rose bush. You can smell the beautiful flowers. As you breathe in, imagine you're breathing in the scent, the energy of the rose. What would it feel like if you were really there? What would it look like? Smelling a beautiful rose bush. Imagine yourself seated in a car. The car is parked. Imagine standing up and unbuckling your seatbelt and getting out of the car. Can you imagine the shift in perspective? What would it look like if you were looking through the glass and all of a sudden you're standing outside of the car looking at the car? When you step out of the car, the air is cold. Imagine the sensation of the cold, frosty air on your skin, on your arms, on your hair, surrounding your body. Imagine the ground is damp and frosty. And the dampness begins to touch your feet, seeping through your shoes. What would it feel like to feel that icy water seeping into your socks? You notice even though it's very chilly and cold, the sun is shining brightly. Imagine the sun shining onto your skin. What would it look like? Imagining the feeling of the sun against your skin. Imagine standing in your kitchen, noticing the smell of fresh baked cookies, imagine lying on a soft blanket. want you to take another deep breath, bringing all your awareness back into your body, back into the room you are in now, calling back your imagination, giving thanks to yourself and your own ability to create these images, these sensations, these feelings in the mind and the body. Take a deep breath. Exhale out the mouth. Whenever you're ready, I ask to bring all your awareness back again to your body, back to the room you are in now. When you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes if you haven't already. Giving thanks to ourselves for showing up for practice. And again, calling all our energy back to us. Giving thanks to any energy we moved or shifted with this practice today. And thank you guys for joining me. If you want, taking some time to journal about your experience. Otherwise, just slowly kind of come back and just notice what was easiest for you to imagine. What things look like, what things smelled like, what things sounded like. What was easiest for you and what was most difficult. And just kind of taking notice of that. There's nothing you need to do about that right now in this moment. But I invite you to come back to this practice and try again and notice if it's the same sensations that are easier or not. And notice how things shift for yourself. So thank you again, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.